They live here, and this is their home.
Americans living in Mexico are trying to decide whether they should stay or return to the U.S. to ride out this pandemic. This comes after the two countries extended restrictions on non-essential travel across the border for an additional 30 days. Our 10 News reporter Jennifer Kastner spoke to a former San Diegan who was taking his chances in Mexico.
Thousands of American citizens live in Baja, many of them in the coastal city of Rosarito, about an hour south of the border. I spoke with one of those Americans who is choosing to stay despite warnings from the U.S. Embassy in Mexico.
Are you taking these stay-at-home orders seriously down there?
Yes, and I think most Americans are. I don't go to the grocery store here in Rosarito without my mask. If I go to Home Depot, they limit your distance. They suggest strongly you wear your mask.
When Robert Smith retired from law enforcement in San Diego, he moved to Rosarito, where he's lived for 9 years. This weekend, a message went out from Christopher Landau, the U.S. ambassador to Mexico. We are now in an unprecedented worldwide pandemic. If you're a tourist in Mexico, it's time to go home. The U.S. State Department has issued a do not travel advisory, reporting that U.S. citizens abroad should return to the U.S. now or prepare to stay in Mexico for an indefinite period. Smith says all the Americans he knows are choosing to stay.
They live here, and this is their home.
We keep hearing about all these reports of hospitals in Baja being inundated and not having enough supplies, and cases are rising. Does that concern you?
It does. You know, you have to have a contingency plan for everything.
He tells 10 News he'd first try to cross back for medical attention if needed. He says he's crossed back multiple times without issue since the border restrictions took effect. But if he can't get back, he'll go to the Red Cross in Rosarito.
In my mind, I've thought it through. I get hurt, I go to the emergency room. My mask is on, my little cloth hat is on, my gloves are on. What am I going to catch?
He says one of the hardest parts of this experience has been watching all the small businesses around him crumble because of the loss of American tourist dollars. Jennifer Kastner, 10 News.
These staff and homeless San Diegans living